guys, welcome back to my channel. So let's talk about these hands. So as most of you know, I'm pregnant and I've had a really good pregnancy. I haven't had any kind of nausea or morning sickness or throwing up and things like that. But I do have a pregnancy symptom. I've always had carpal tunnel in my hands. I use my hands a lot for work and everything, whether I'm sending out emails or sewing or posting products online or doing things like that. I have this thing called pregnancy Quervain Tenosynovitis, and it's a condition of your hands similar to carpal tunnel, but I feel like it's much worse. And I had never heard of it before, and I remember right around the holidays, my orders had started to back up, so I posted online a picture of my hands, and they were like so swollen. It looked like a big piece of steak. And a lot of women, I was surprised at how many women actually had this when they were pregnant, and a few of you told me some things to do. So I just want to share with you some of the things that I've done so far that kind of helped me deal with it. I don't think there's a cure for it. If it is, let me know and I'll do it. But I've just been dealing with it, and so the first thing that really helped me out by doctor's orders, right after Black Friday, after I had taken so many orders on, my doctor told me I needed to rest. So I took a week off, the week of Christmas off, to just rest my hands. But what's the use of resting? Because after that week, I had to get back at it and keep on getting orders out and getting orders out. I do have help. A lot of people tell me you need to hire help, but I have a lot of help. I have several seamstresses that work for me. It's just that I do have a lot of the volume that I have. But yeah, taking the week off to really rest my hands, it really helped me out a lot. But I did have to get right back on it, so it was kind of like, what was the use of resting? So I would say that resting your hands is the first thing that would really help. The second thing, I started putting a drop of apple cider vinegar in my water bottle every day. And that helped a lot. Ever since I started using the apple cider vinegar, I don't have any swelling at all. And also my doctor told me that it's okay to use apple cider vinegar in your water, just a capful every day. In the beginning, when I would go to my appointments, I would have protein in my urine. Not a lot, not in alarming amount, but just a little. And after I started doing that, I haven't had protein in my urine, so that'll clear that up. And having protein in your urine can lead to preeclampsia and things like that. So yeah, I do recommend getting the one without the mother, and that is the drugs that float down to the bottom. The one without the mother doesn't have that. This one is still with the mother. I'm a minimalist, and I don't buy a lot of unnecessary things, and I just felt like, since the drugs have floated down to the bottom, just don't shake it up and you'll be fine. And I'm not telling you to do that, but that's what I did, and I've been fine. So yeah, the apple cider vinegar really helped a lot. So the next best thing that I used is, while I'm sleeping, I use these hand splints or wrist splints while I sleep to rest my hands, and it keeps my wrist part elevated. It does have like the metal backing on the back, so it keeps your hand like straight, and your thumb goes in here. This one doesn't cover my thumb, but I kind of wish it does, because the part that's not covered, it kind of tends to still be a little bit achy in the morning. They're both achy in the morning, and I have to just move them about and keep them rotated and do little hand exercises. There are lots of hand exercises here on YouTube for carpal tunnel and Quervain Tenosynovitis on how you can, flex your wrist and your thumbs and things like that. I won't get into them, but you can look them up on your own and see which ones help your hands the best. Okay, this is the one that I have for my other hand. Like I said, I just use the ones that I already have available. I don't like to go out and buy a whole lot of different things. I just use what I have, and they both seem to be doing a good job. For me so far. So here's the one that I use on my right hand, and this one, the thumb, as you can see, the thumb is secured, and you can do it tighter, and the thumb is you know, you can still move the top portion of your thumb, but the joint part of it is still secured and covered. This one does not have the metal backing on the back of here, and I can tell a difference in between this one in the morning and this hand. I may just break down and go out and get another one with the metal piece, but yeah, here's the one I use for this hand. And I also have this one that I use while I'm working. This is more for just crafting. I think I got this one at Joann's a while ago, but it just goes around the wrist and just makes it a little bit easier while you're working. This one I like. It's very lightweight and doesn't get in the way when you're sewing or processing and shipping orders. So if you're into like the same type of, you know, handmade business or working from home type of thing, dealing with a computer all of the time, you know, this one is a good one. This one is by Creative Comfort, and you can find this online also. I have seen it on Amazon as well. So the next thing that I've tried is using creams. The next one that I have is this Epsom salt gel. It is from Walgreens and it has aloe vera gel in it. It didn't really help me at all that I could tell. I just massaged it into my hand and it was supposed to relieve it. And but I think to each his own. What works for me might not work for somebody else, but I do think it's worth a try. And it says that you can use this up to 50 times, so it has up to 50 uses inside of one container, but it did not work for me. I have soaked my hands with Epsom salt water, warm Epsom salt water, and I do get some relief, but it's probably like about 30 minutes worth of relief, and then it comes right back. So I stopped using the Epsom salt as well. My doctor said it's really not going to help, you know, for a long period of time. It's just going to work for a couple of minutes to an hour, and that's exactly what it did for me. But I do have Icy Hot. This is the cream that has helped me the most, but it smells the most as well. I don't like walking around smelling like an old lady. But yeah, the Icy Hot has worked for me. I just don't like the smell, so I use it at nighttime when I'm sleeping underneath my braces. And the last thing that I tried, a lady in one of my pregnancy groups online, she has it also, and she told me to get Vicks Vapor Rub and rub it on my hand. And it's supposed to like desensitizes the nerves in your wrist and fingers. It did help me a little bit, but not enough to write home about. But I just thought I'd let you guys know about it. And this one has like a lavender scent. It smells really good, and it's okay. I'm not gonna say it helped, like, you know, it did help numb it a little, but not for long. Same as the Epsom salt gel, but it is worth a try. So that's what I've been doing the most to just kind of deal with it. Like I said, I do exercise my hands at least 3 times a day, and sometimes I'll forget because I'm so busy, but I put it in my planner, and I just make a note to self to just, you know, and I turn my phone on, the alarm on my phone on too, to just, you know, remind myself to just exercise the hands. The more flexible they are, the more stretched out, the easier it is to deal with. But I do say resting your hands help the most. So most of the times now on the weekends, I don't really do a lot of work. I don't do a lot of replying to emails. I just wait until Monday morning until I get into my office, and then I reply to all my emails and things like that. And throughout the day, I do take small breaks, not long breaks, but I do take really short breaks, you know, 30 minutes here and there, just to kind of keep my hands, just keep them from aching. And I notice it doesn't really start hurting until, you know, I'm asleep. Sometimes it wakes me up. Sometimes it wakes me up out of my sleep. It hurts so bad. And the doctor has told me that the only thing that's going to correct it is having the baby, and after you have your child, it kind of corrects itself on its own. They did tell me that I can get the cortisone shots. The cortisone shots won't have an effect on the pregnancy, but I'm just not into getting a whole lot of I'm just not into getting a whole lot of shots and things like that. So I'm just going to stick it out and deal with it, and that's how I've been dealing with it. Please let me know if you have had it, what you did to, you know, make the symptoms a little bit easier to deal with. And thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye!